Hey guys, I was just about to start doing some recording, and I have a couple of friends who want to do some recording for YouTube of their own, and so I figured that was good as an excuse as any to make a quick video explaining how I make my videos, in case any of you were wondering how I do that, or already have a general idea but we're looking for some more tips. So yeah. First things first, to record my videos, as in literally record them in game, I use a program called Fraps. Wrong button for the win. Good start already. Okay, so I use Fraps. Basically what this is a program which runs in the background, and it has an assigned video capture hotkey which you press while playing a game or something, and Fraps will start recording footage of you playing the game from that point onwards until you press F7 for me, for example, again, and that will stop the recording. It also has a number of other features like built-in frames per second counter, and it lets you take screenshots as well. But it's mainly used for recording videos. There are other programs you can get to record videos with, like Camtasia Studio, but I found, generally speaking, while Fraps certainly isn't perfect, it's definitely the best one out there. I have the least problems with it, and it records stuff at, the best quality and stuff like that. Plus, it also has one feature which is especially useful, which is record external input, which basically means it records what your microphone is picking up and splices it directly into the video you're recording at the time. So basically that means you don't have to get Audacity up or something in the background when you're recording to record your microphone separately, and then you have to go into Movie Maker or something to put them together, which takes forever. So that's a great little feature. Now when you record your videos, it saves them to its movie folder, which you can see here. Now it's got 2 files in already from what's already been recorded so far of this video. They're quite large, as you can probably see, about 3.9 gigs each, and Fraps will record them depending on the size of the video itself. It'll record them in anything up to sort of 9-minute chunks. Now you could in theory just upload them straight away as they are from there, but as you can see they're rather big. 3.98 gigs is huge for a YouTube video. So what you can do is, you can do 2 things. You can do, first of all, what I used to do, which is you get Windows Live Movie Maker, which I don't think actually ships on stock Windows 7 PCs, but you can download it off the Microsoft website free of charge, so it's fine. Yeah, Windows Live Movie Maker, you open it up, you go to add videos and photos, and then you just browse to the folder where your videos are that Fraps has saved from recording, and you add them onto here, and then you can edit the videos and change the length of them, all sorts of crap like that, and then you can save the movie ready to be uploaded to YouTube. That's the way I used to do it. However, it's a very clunky method of doing it, and it takes quite a while to faff around in Windows Movie Maker. So I do something else instead now. I use a program called AVS Video Converter, which is a dead useful little tool. Now you open it up, you get like this. Basically all you have to do with this, say for example, I've recorded an hour's worth of game time with Fraps, and I want to upload it all to YouTube in one single 1 hour long video. So what I would do is I'd click browse here and look for the files I wanted, say like these Kaiserreich ones. It adds them to the top here, and then you select where you want the converted and edited and stuff videos to be saved to down here, so wherever you want to save them to, essentially. Then you hit a profile from here. You can have a custom one, or it already has locked in here stuff like video for YouTube and stuff like that. It already comes with preset settings and stuff like video codec, frame size, and bitrate, all that kind of stuff. It comes with this all preset to an optimum level for the average YouTube video, which is great. And then so you select YouTube from the list there, and you just hit convert now, and go off and play Minecraft or something in the meantime while it does it. So if you wanted to, on the other hand, say if you've been playing and recording for about an hour or so, and you want to upload the footage in 4 15-minute long videos, what you would do instead is you go down here. It says this tick box here. It says split. Click that. You have it set to split by chapters. Then you hit edit up here, and it opens the program's built-in video editor. And you can see it on the timeline here. It's got all the video clips loaded in. Now what you do is you go chapters, you go auto set chapters, you go at a time interval, and then you can just type in here, what time interval you want it to set, how long basically you want each video to be. So if I put in here 15 minutes long, it will organize all the videos you've got into 15-minute long segments, which is fantastic. See here, like chapter 1, chapter 2, all 15 minutes long exactly. No hassle involved, does it all for you, it's automatic, and it's brilliant. If you get, like, say this, whereby you've got a whole bunch of 15-minute long videos, and then you've got, like, one here at the end, which is 5 minutes long, which is pretty short, and not really worth putting by itself into a YouTube video, what you just do is you click on it, and you remove chapter, and it will merge it into the previous chapter. So now chapter 8 is 20 minutes long instead of 15 minutes long, and that's a much better upload, really. So yeah, once you've done all that, you hit OK, and you just hit convert now, and then it will save. It will convert them all into the AVI format, which is the best for YouTube videos, and it will save them all in the folder you set, ready to be uploaded straight to YouTube. And it's really as simple as that. I'm trying to think of a few other things to point out. Right, yeah, if you get... some people get problems with fraps when they're recording, whereby... go away. There we go. Whereby they can record the game they're playing just fine, but they can't get the microphone to record alongside the game sounds. Now, that's usually because of just a very, very, very simple error. See here where it says record external input, and it says here front mic, VIA, high definition audio, whatever. That is by default set to, well, basically Fraps records external input through the default playback device on your system. And essentially, if you're recording the game and you're pressing the button to record and you're talking into a microphone, you've made sure your microphone is switched on and everything plugged in, and it's still not popping up in your video, your commentary, then check this here. If it just says literally in the box default playback device as opposed to say front mic, it means your mic has not been set to the default playback device. Now it's very simple to solve that. You just right click there, you go recording devices, you find your mic on here, you go properties, you go to listen, and you see here it says playback through this device. You make sure in the drop down, there are a bunch of other settings here like SPDIF, interface, or speakers. You make sure it's set to default playback device. Okay, hit OK. That should sort it. You might have to restart Fraps, but yeah, it will appear up here front mic, and then it will record properly into your videos when you speak. Now, one other thing actually before I go, I've just remembered that you may wish to check out. Right, here, when you're converting your videos and stuff like this, here it says the output file, and all this sort of settings for it and stuff like that, like the frame size and the bitrate and stuff like that. Down here on audio, you see here where it says sample rates. Now on mine it says 48,000 Hertz. Okay. Now, if you are getting a sort of inexplainable drop in sound quality on your videos, especially when it comes to like your microphone, make sure this here, your sample rate here, is set to the same recording settings as your microphone. And what I'll do is here, I'll show you what I mean. Go properties on your microphone, and you go to, I think it's Advanced here. So you go to the Advanced tab, and you see here it says default format, it says 2-channel 24-bit 48,000 Hz studio quality. Make sure, basically, the sample rate in your output file on AVS Video Converter, make sure the sample rate is set to the same sample rate that's here. So for example, I think when I loaded this up first time, the preset YouTube thing, which I've actually changed, the preset YouTube video had the sound quality set to 44,100 Hz, which is different to my 48,000. Which meant when I was saving my videos, I had this sort of fairly inexplainable drop in sound quality, which shouldn't have been there. And it's because the sample rate on the two is set differently, and when it's converting it fucks around with the sound. So make sure that's set to the same level. Okay, so let's think. Is there anything else to say? Right, yeah, just a general tips when you're recording using the microphone. This obviously is entirely dependent on the microphone you've got. Mine, for example, records quite quietly. And one of the things you want to do when you're making a YouTube video is you want to make sure that your mic volume is nice and loud compared to the rest of the game. Nothing is more irritating than listening to a Let's Player whose mic is clearly not turned up to a loud enough volume. And I know I'm being a bit of a hypocrite here because I do it sometimes. I actually have my mic volume set too low. That's mainly because of a problem with the mic I've got. It's one of the many reasons I want to get a new one. But what you want to do is you want to go to the front mic properties, you go to levels, and make sure, I think, it's set to the front mic. And again, this depends just entirely on the microphone you've got. But for me, I make sure the front mic volume is set to 100. See, when I'm fiddling with this, you can probably tell, yeah, the sound level's changing as I record. So yeah, make sure that's set to 100, and if that's not loud enough, as is the case with me, and you can't, say, make the game volume quiet enough, as was the case with me, especially with Kaiserreich, I have the volume for, say, the music in the background turned down to the absolute minimum in the game, and it's still far too loud. What you use is the microphone boost. I have it set to a healthy plus 10 decibels. I think that's kind of a relatively decent amount, because I feel that no boost at all is too quiet, as you can probably tell, and 20 decibels is far too loud and picks up far too much background noise as well, so I leave it on 10. So yeah, just make sure you do regular sound tests before you start recording, which I sometimes forget to do because I'm too lazy, and that's why I sometimes end up with videos with wrong sound levels on them. So yeah, do sound tests, make sure everything's sounding the way it should, and you'll be fine. So yeah, that's about all there is to it that I can think of. If you've got any more questions, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments section at the bottom, and I'll do my best to answer them. So yeah, but that's all I can think of on the topic of making Let's Play videos, so thank you for watching, and I hope that was helpful.